was a time when you were heartless, brutal, a monster. And I'm proud of you for changing all that, but I'm here to ask you to be those things once more. For them. For me. Can I count on you?
Telltale.
Can I count on you?
Always.
Last year, I made a video called The Return of Telltale Games. They finally returned and ended up releasing the Expanse A Telltale series. But now, we're done with the return. Now, it is time for the comeback. This is an emotional video for me because this will be my prelude to what is to come in the future. We know that Telltale Games has one game that is, in my opinion, the make it or break it title for this company and its future. We know it has been a rocky road since their return, and I don't need to explain that in fully. As you know, The Expanse unfortunately did not deliver as much as I'd wanted it to. It was still a solid title, but now you are showing us your big guns. The Wolf Among Us 2 is a title that is going to be revealed. If it is in fact releasing this year, we are going to be seeing it in months, if not weeks. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you guys do enjoy this video. Let's go for 5,000 likes. We got over 7,000 on the return video last year, so I want to see if we can get near that on this. I'm going to challenge you. Let's get this out. Let's, as a Telltale fan, like this. Let's get it out to as many people as we can. Let's let people be aware that Telltale Games is still here and The Wolf Among Us 2 is still coming. Share the notification bell, have it set to all. Join about that near 40% of people that are subscribed by hitting the subscribe button. And I want to thank y'all so much for your support. Enjoy the video. The silence has to end soon, and I just talked about that in my most recent video about Telltale Games and their silence. Yes, Telltale Games has had a lot of it recently, and the frustration continues to grow with that, but I do have a sneaky feeling that that silence is going to be ending very soon. And why is that? The writing is on the wall. This is a company that needs to get this game out. They need to reach the finish line. And again, I'm always a mere matter person of patience. We've been waiting for this game for over a decade now. And it is a huge prelude potentially to the future. If this game does in fact succeed, The Wolf Among Us 2, we could end up seeing the blossoms of it return in a mere matter of future titles. Like, we know there is a new game in development from Telltale as well, along with The Wolf Among Us 2, that has gotten funding from Hero Capital and Skybound. Rumors have stated, could it be the long-awaited 5th season of The Walking Dead? Maybe a new IP once again like The Expanse? Or maybe returning with Batman or Minecraft or something that was semi-popular. This game and its impact, The Wolf Among Us 2, will definitely be huge because this is a tough time for Telltale. They had just dealt with layoffs last year, and you can clearly tell with the lack of communication on their social media, it has definitely been a factor into why they haven't been able to say or do much. And if The Wolf Among Us 2 succeeds, maybe then they can get to a more stable point with the company and be able to get out titles more frequently, have better communication, and just overall be in a better state. Old Telltale Games, despite their success, was synonymous with crunch culture, rushing games out, buggy, broken releases, and eventually all that caught up to them with the initial closure of the old Telltale back in 2018. But a new Telltale arose from their ashes in 2019, which was LCG Entertainment, led by Jamie Otley, who is the new CEO of Telltale Games. And I've met the guy. He is a very passionate person when it comes to these games. He loves them just like me, just like you, and he really wants this company to succeed, and I trust him Regardless of all the bad stuff that has happened the last year, this is a man that really wants to set Telltale on the right foot. And regardless of how people thought of The Expanse, The Wolf Among Us 2 is the perfect opportunity to get the casual gamers, get the people that aren't invested in the Telltale games like me or you, back on board with this company. This is a company that was at the top before. When they released The Walking Dead Telltale Season 1, as I showed you in the intro, Game of the Year, tons of awards, hundreds of Game of the Year awards. They were at the pinnacle. They were at the top. The Wolf Among Us original release was an incredible, underrated masterpiece. And I'm cooking here. I'm preaching to you guys because this is how it is. This is a company that was at the top, that reached that peak. And because of all those issues I just mentioned before, they fell down. They ended up dying and then came back to life and have now been kind of on a low/stagnant point. So you need that major title. You need that banger. You need that 9 or 10 out of 10 game to get people back, to put yourself back on the slope of greatness. I know people want The Walking Dead, Minecraft, Game of Thrones. I've seen hundreds of comments with it, but it all goes on this game, The Wolf Among Us 2. You will never, ever, ever see any of those titles that I just mentioned if The Wolf Among Us 2 does not succeed. And that is why I will continue to preach this to the ends of the earth until this game releases, that we need this game to succeed. We need people to buy it. We need people to share it on social media. We need, as a fan base, we need to go all in to support them. We need to. And again, I am going to be the leader of that, or at least I'm going to be one of the leaders. I know there'll be other people, but I'm going to do my hardest to make sure that I let everybody know that this company is what I started with. I would not be doing YouTube without this company. I cried over this company closing. I've cried so much playing their games. This is a company that without them, they changed my life. They did. I would not be here. Who knows what I'd be doing? Would I even be alive? Who knows? You know, I'm that passionate about this company that I'm crying while making this video. I care. And I don't want to see them close again because, God, having to deal with that and then the pandemic back to back, it's tough. And I know people from Telltale watch my content, so I just want to say, if you are from Telltale and you watch this, I have full faith in you. Do not let me down. Do not let our fan base down. We have been as loyal as I feel any fan base has been because, hey, despite all the lack of news and communication, we're still showing up. We're still asking. We're still supporting because that is literally what it is. We have to be. And this is, again, which is why I love this community so much. This is one of the most passionate game fan bases I've ever seen. Despite the lack of games in recent years, this fan base still shows out. They still want, they still represent. They're here. And I hope the people from Telltale that are watching this understand that please make the greatest game possible, even if it takes another year. I don't care how long it takes. Whenever this Wolf Among Us 2 game comes out, though, I need a 10 out of 10 banger. I need a masterpiece. I need you to cook something up that nobody expects, that shocks everybody, and that puts Telltale back on that slope, back on that path to greatness. That is what we frickin' need. No doubt in my mind. And as I told people, when will that return to glory be? Because it looks like we're already in March. I'm expecting an announcement in a matter of weeks, if not a month or two, for Telltale Games and The Wolf Among Us 2. Whether it is a new trailer, gameplay, or something. Because if the game is releasing this year, hey, we've got 9 months. Plenty of time, but you better start getting the information stuff out about this game and its timetable, because another month or two passes and we hear nothing. I don't think this game's coming out this year, and that is my fear, that, hey, we're going to drop it in 2025. With GTA 6, I don't know, that would be very scary to do that, because you know how GTA 6 is going to gobble up all the game attention. I'm just saying. Regardless, I love Telltale Games. I know you guys do. And what I'm saying with this video is, simply put, Telltale Games has the opportunity to make one of the greatest comebacks in gaming history we've ever seen. To come back from the dead, to struggle a bit, but endure that, endure layoffs, and release a Wolf Among Us 2 game that could literally set the entire company back on track and put them back on the blaze of glory. That is what I am hoping. And let me know if you think The Wolf Among Us 2 will do that, because it's that title. And I want to see The Walking Dead return. I want to see Batman return. I want to see new IPs. I just want to see more Telltale games, because Telltale is one of the best, if not the best, storyteller in gaming. And I want them to continue that tradition with more and more amazing worlds and experiences. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Are you excited to see The Wolf Among Us 2 this year, if it does in fact happen? And what do you want to see from Telltale Games? What would you define them as in terms of having a good comeback? What do you need to see from the company? Because there's a bucket list for me, but I want to see what you guys think. So, Telltale, hope we hear something soon. This is just my little passionate, motivational video on your comeback, because I know it is coming, and I know it's going to be something special to witness. Thank you so much for watching. Over 5,000 likes, and I'll see you guys in hopefully the next video covering The Wolf Among Us 2. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace and love, and have a great day. Bye-bye.